there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. A very beautiful woman will choose the man she wants. And let me be very clear about that. And let me explain the title, because it sounds obvious, but it ain't. And first of all, when I talk about a very beautiful woman, I'm talking head to toe. I'm talking roll out of bed. I'm talking like she can make money with her beauty. I'm talking like, shoot. I'm talking like one of those women, got that beautiful face, those nice sized breasts, snatch waist, nice butt dunk, nice legs, all that stuff. Like head to toe fine, like guys go crazy. But here's the interesting thing about that type of woman. Game don't work the same way or even approach it. Because, of course, I've always said women choose the men. And, the man has to choose back. But a man can influence the choice with a lot of the women. Because say you have a woman who at best is above average. Not even average at best, but at best above average. She can only choose from the men who are going to shoot their shot at her. She can only deal with the men that want her, like it or not, whether she like it or not. But when you get a very beautiful woman, oh shoot, she's everybody's type. She's everybody's type. She can't go anywhere without getting some attention. Like I remember, like when I was younger, right? I was at this drugstore in Northeast DC, y'all. It was on Riggs Road at the time. No telling what's there now. But I remember I was reaching down getting something. You know how they had like candies and stuff up front. And I looked up and I saw this woman's body. And it was 7 brothers in there, 1 white guy, and an 8-year-old. And all of us stopped when she walked outside. Every one of us, the white guy, the 8-year-old, everybody. I don't even know what her face looked like, and that was just her body. But when I talk about very beautiful, I'm talking about they got the face too, like head to toe, roll out of bed. Like you be like, damn. So beautiful make you ugly. You be like, God damn, and stuff, right? But it's interesting about them because you can't use regular game with those women. You can't use, because even though I've said women choose, a man can influence that choice, by, numerous ways. How he look, how much money he look like he willing to spend on her and everything. Giving her some time. She lonely anyway. Because let's be real, and this is a conversation for another day. A lot of these women settle out here anyway. A lot of times they'll talk to a guy just because that's all who's approaching them. That's all who's going to deal with them and stuff. In my book, Nice Guys and Players, I call them gamesmen. Those the type, they going to just shoot their shot. And there's going to be some women who are going to take them regardless. But if you look at the women who's really being receptive to that game, they don't look like all that. In fact, I've seen a lot of women who maybe a tiny bit above average or average at best or a little bit below average. And I've looked at them and I've told guys, I've told some women too. Those are women most responsive to the game that's taught online. I mean, it's just a reality. It's just a reality. Because they ain't gonna get that many guys talking to them anyway. And because the women still want sex, they gotta deal with who they can deal with. Right? But that's not with the very beautiful woman. See, the thing with the very beautiful woman, she chooses who she wants for one simple reason. She always got guys trying to holler at her. From the moment she wake up, first of all, if she got social media, there's probably about 20 guys in her DMs already when she wake up in the morning. Soon as she walk out the door, there's some guy trying to holler at her. If she living in an apartment building, some guys working in there. You know, if they got a front desk in there, some guy working there trying to holler at her. She go to the bus stop, there's some guys trying to holler at her. The bus driver trying to holler at her, maybe want to give her a free ride or something. You know? She working, wherever she works, she going to get attention from some men. If she working retail or something, she going to get a lot of customers coming for her. Basically, she, a very beautiful woman, is going to get a lot of attention. But what that does is, when she's getting that much attention, she ain't settling. She don't have to settle for any man. She don't have to settle for anything. She getting so much attention. She don't have to settle for anything. She don't have to put up with anything. You know? And that attention don't always have to be like the guy trying to holler at her. Because I've known some very beautiful women. Like when I was working at the gym, one of the gyms I worked at, I remember this dude, and I actually knew the dude for a long time. I knew him since he was young. He just came, he followed her in the gym. He just walked right past me. I'm working at the front desk. I'm like, God damn. Just following her in. I had to go grab him and stuff. I said, dude, come on, man. Yeah, man, I'm just following that girl. Nah, man. But she was that fine. She was that fine. She was pretty cool, too. And there was another guy trying to holler at her, like taking her to lunch and all of that. But I don't know who she ended up getting with. But when you get those very beautiful women, guys doing whatever. Handing them the wallet. Like handing it to them. Like, say, here, girl, here. Whatever you want. Buying them stuff. Offering them stuff. Might be driving down the street, see them walking down the street, cause some accidents and stuff. Do a total 180 turn and whatnot. Might stop in traffic, cause some accidents and whatnot. But see, when you get women like that, very beautiful, when they got a bunch of men, a whole bunch of men going for them, they can be picky. Because they don't have to settle for any guy. But maybe it's something psychological with them too. Because they have so many guys, they know they don't have to be pressed. They don't have to listen to whatever game you shoot, or they can just go for whoever they want. You know, they can just look at a guy, and if a guy got whatever that woman happened to like, and you know, she can go for it. And just to be clear, one thing I found with women like that, it can be very surprising what they do like. That's one thing. That's one interesting thing. It's not the obvious. Like, you get some guys thinking, well, they like looks. And yeah, they go for looks, but whatever looks that they like. They ain't going for what a man likes. They go for whatever they like. And money, shoot, everybody's shooting money at them. Well, that don't even like get their attention. And shoot, status, shit, they got guys like offering to drive them places, take them places, all of that. Those women, they like whatever. What good is your money if you got like 10 other guys, she got 10 other guys offering the same thing that day? That day, one way or the other. You know, what good is that status if you got guys with status coming after them? You know, what good is even looks? They got good looking guys coming after them. Because I knew a young lady, she would have like fashion model type dudes coming for her. And she was like, whatever. See, one thing with those women, they actually, they got the power of their beauty to get what they want, or at least look for what they want. And because of their beauty, they not worried about getting a man, because they can always get a man. Shit, I knew one woman, and she fine as shit. She fine as shit. In her 50s and still fine. I never forget what she told me when I first met her. She was like, oh, she can get what she wants. She was like, look at me. And I'll just say, I remember when it was a superstar, well known. I could call the name of this superstar. Well, I don't know if he's a superstar, but he's a well-known person. I'll say celebrity. We're trying to like pull her into a back room. That's how I first met her and shit. But she the type, when you get women like that, they gonna go for what they want. If you run into one, the best thing you can do is actually just be yourself. Just be yourself, even if you're shooting a shot at it, because you don't know. You can't make any assumptions. You know, you can't make any assumptions what they like, because, like I said, women like that tend to be freer in what they want, because they do not have to settle for it. They always get some guy trying to holler at them or something. So they can look for certain traits, and they can be picky about it. They can be picky about what they're looking for. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Because like I said, they get plenty of guys, even some incels. Even some incels and stuff. Or guys always complaining about women and stuff. Will go for these type of women. They're very, very beautiful ones. And when I say beautiful, like, let's just be real with most women. Most women got something on them that's not going to be very beautiful. Most women. Right? Very few women are going to have a pretty face. Very few women are going to have nice breasts, a nice upper body. You know? Snatch waist. Big old round butt, or like a butt that's going to appeal to a lot of men. Legs. Very, very few women are like that. Very few women are like that. So because of that, you get a lot of women, they still, you know, yeah, they might look above average, but they got something to them. And plus, they might not feel good about their looks anyway. So they gotta be, they can't be as picky. Yeah, you get some women online trying to act all picky and stuff, but in real life, nah, they not. So they gotta be somewhat receptive to game. They gotta be somewhat receptive to a guy trying to holler. They gotta be, because they don't have a choice to be. Because they might spend some time alone. Because let's be real, most of the women out here probably in the 5 to 6 range. I didn't say it the other week, 5 to 7 range, but let's just be real. Most women ain't gonna they can maybe attract a small group of men. I say the average woman can attract a small group of men. So when a man is shooting their shot at him, yeah, a woman's choosing, but you know, the man still gotta be receptive and choose them back. But, you know, so they gotta put up with a lot. That's why you get some women out here that they putting up with a lot. But when you get a very beautiful woman who, like I said, as soon as she wake up, you know, she check her social media, dudes in her DM, if she has social media. If she have it. You know what's funny? I've met some very, I say, very beautiful women, or women who were close to it, got very little social media. It's probably for that reason, because so many guys get in their DMs. But then these women, they go out otherwise, you know, and shoot, some of these women, let's just be real, be having some other women trying to hit on them. Be having everybody hitting on them and stuff. When that woman got that attitude, or when she's in that situation, she still want a man, but then she can be as picky as she wants to be. And she's only choosing. And I'm going to tell you what, with those type of women, it's really a waste of time. Like, hear what I'm saying? It's a waste of time to like go out your way for them. Because one thing, if they do like you, if they do want you, oh, they'll make it very plain, very clear to you. Or somebody I know. They'll make it very plain and clear to you. You ain't going to have to wonder about it. if they really like it. And I've seen that happen. And like I said, what they like is different. Like I knew this one beautiful woman. She was all into this one guy, and he was just a musician. She liked musicians. You know? Another one is like, you know, she like guys with a certain business sense. Because one thing about women like that, they bring in the beauty. They bring in the beauty. One thing, they actually do look more at a man's personality. Because like I said, these are the type of women. They got, if you want to use that term Chad or Tyrone or whatever, very handsome man, whatever term you want to use, they're gonna get attention from them. These are the type of women Chad loses his mind for. He got all these women throwing it at him, but it'll be this very beautiful woman looking at Chad like whatever. And that's really just because she got 5 other Chads trying to holler at her that day. Shoot, sometimes, I'm going to tell you what though. One thing you can do with these women, just be cool with them. Just be cool with them. You know? Like if you approach them, just approach them like you ain't scared. Because a lot of guys, it's very interesting how a lot of guys, even some very handsome ones, will get around that type of woman and be a little nervous or something like that. Unfortunately, with those women, you gotta kind of let them come to you. Because like I said, they got so many guys trying to holler at them and stuff. So it's the man who's ignoring them. Like if you're in a club or something and guys are lined up, and I actually saw that one time in a club. These guys were literally lined up for this one woman, right? They were literally lined up. But, you know, the woman might be paying attention to the guy over in the corner eating his buffalo wings, chilling. You know? Because one thing with women like that, they tend to, like, really look at the guy who ain't trying to holler at them. That's the common denominator from the beautiful women I've known. And that number ain't going to be high up in there. And let's just be real. We'll find like that. You know? And indeed, sometimes those women can be aggressive. Like there was this one beautiful woman I met at this. She was head to toe, beautiful body, all that stuff. And this is when I first started my publishing business, and she actually called me up. But she was very beautiful, but she was boring to me. I remember I saw her years later with my co-parent, but I was married, you know, when we were still married. And we saw that same woman at a vending event, and, you know, my wife, now co-parent, she was like, "You didn't hit that?" She asked. And I was like, But whatever the case, yeah, she was fine as shit, but like I said, she was boring as shit. She was just boring to me. There was a couple boring. I can think of a couple like that, but they had guys just going for them. Like one woman I dealt with, she had all these pro athletes coming for her and everything. All these guys like offering to buy her stuff. And I was just like, whatever. Like the best thing you can do with them is just be you. You see them. If you in a position to really get to know them, like you work with them or something, or you're in some social circle, be cool with them. But chasing them, I'm gonna be real, it don't really work. If they real beautiful, like I said, if they just above average, which most women are at best, above average or average at best, or even a little bit below average, yeah, you can shoot that game. Because I don't care what they look like, if they ain't very beautiful, they ain't getting play from every guy. And, you know, they still want that hot beef injection. So, yeah, they're a little bit more receptive. You can influence it. If you fix up and everything and you got that good mouthpiece, you can talk to them. But the very beautiful one, yeah, you got to let them pick. Now I know some guys will still say, well, I got this game, got this very beautiful woman and everything. Okay, well, how many of your friends think she's very beautiful? I'm talking about like consensusly beautiful. Consensusly, because you know how I feel about that word objective. Like everybody looking at her like, God damn, everybody stopping. Like that situation I said at that drugstore I was at that time, saw that woman. The brothers, the white guy, and the 8-year-old all stopped. All of us stopped. The clerk, everybody stopped and watched her walk out. To this day, I don't know what her face looked like. That was just on her body. That was just on her body. It was like, God damn. Yeah. But the best way to deal with them, if you meet one, just be cool. You gotta kind of let them come to you. And just whatever they like, because you ain't gonna know what they like. I mean, the regular, whatever people say out here, looks, money, and status, but you don't know what she like as far as looks. And like I said, she bringing looks to the table. Cause shit, that woman, I said didn't have a high opinion of my looks, was still dealing with me for certain reasons. I would say she was just maybe an inch. No, maybe a centimeter away from very beautiful. She was very beautiful, but maybe a centimeter away from just really driving the guys crazy. And that was just really because of how she dressed and everything. That's another thing. You know? But you gotta kind of let them come to you and shit, unfortunately. And they gotta choose. If they don't choose, they just don't choose. Because like I said, like I keep reiterating, they got a choice on who they want to deal with. They don't have to be receptive to game. Like I said, you get those very beautiful ones. You get those women, they who getting a guy trying to holler at, like 20, 30 guys trying to holler at them and shit. Because I remember when I was at AU, I knew this Hispanic young lady who was very beautiful like that. And she was cool with me because I was just cool with her. Because there was one incident, like she was trying to get on the school shuttle and stuff, and the guy was acting funky. So she ended up walking, but I gave her a ride up to campus. And she was just happy I was just cool with her. I never forget that. She was just happy I was just cool with her. Best you can do when you meet women like that, I would say this: just be cool. And yeah, they beautiful, but don't be drooling and shit when you meet them. Just be cool. Find out what's on their mind. Because a lot of them, they love it when a man try to find out what's going on with them mentally. That's your best shot. And if she don't like you, if she don't want you, she don't want you. I mean, like I said, but don't worry about it. Don't lose your mind or anything crazy like that, right? But at the end of the day, they choose who they want. It is what it is. It's game. It's game. All right. And maybe I'll talk about that other game when you're talking about other women. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. Maybe. Don't ask for it. You know how funky I get with that. I do get funky with that. All right. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.